Do you use TextLine in your business and you want to automate sending messages to customers for various things like missed phone calls or appointment confirmations? Well, in this video, I want to show you how you can connect and integrate TextLine with Make to automate anything in your business that you would like to send a message to. It's a really sweet setup. That's what I'm going to be covering in this video. It's step-by-step exactly how to set those up. So if that's of interest, stick around because that's what we'll be talking about. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Chris. I'm the owner here at Boolean. We're an automation consulting company. We work with painting companies. So if you're a painting company, you might find value in some of the other videos that I have. If you're not a painting company, please like the video, share this. I make content that's relevant for a lot of different industries, but the painting company is our particular niche. So I'd love to hear from you if you are a painter and looking to streamline business processes. Enjoy the video. All right, in this video, I want to show you how to connect your TextLine account to Make so that you can automate sending messages via text in your actual TextLine account. So first thing, I recommend doing this not in one of the templated scenarios, but just create your own scenario. And we're going to add a single module here. And this, by the way, is a great idea. Anytime you're playing around with a new module or feature that you have not played around with before, you can search for it here. So I've got TextLine. I can select that. And then for outbound messages, what you want is message a phone number. So you're going to select this one. And I also like to point out there are many other options. I just happen to select message a phone number for this one. And then you're going to want to add a new connection, and it's going to ask you for the access token to your TextLine account. To get that, you're going to be logged into your main TextLine account and go over here to your settings. And then when you're in settings, go to tools and integrations. And then you're going to go to developer API. I'm not going to click that right now because I would show the access token for this particular client account, but you're going to grab that developer API or click that. Then there's a place on the screen that says access token, and you're going to paste that access token in right here. And then you click save. As soon as you do that, the last thing that you do is name your connection before you click save. Name it, Lancaster or my company name, whatever, just so it's labeled. If you keep it my TextLine, that's fine, because you're probably only going to have one of these connections anyways. But once you save that, then, for example, I have the connection that should be set up like this. And then all you need to do to actually test this out is you'd put in your phone number. So I'm going to put in my number, I need to switch this to map and then put in my phone number. So I'm going to say 971. And so that's my phone number. And then the body section would be whatever you want the message to say. So like hello, and then you can input first name, but for now we're just testing this. So just put hello, Chris. This is a test. And then this part here is, do you want to auto resolve it immediately? So like I'll show you the difference here when we test this in just a second. Generally for like notifications, I personally think it's better to resolve them right away, but there could be a reason that you don't want to do that. The group UUID would only be if you already know of a particular conversation thread that you're wanting to keep the conversation going in, which most often for these one-to-one messages you won't have, so you can leave that blank. And then the last thing here is kind of cool. You can map attachments here. So I can put in the URL, and I grabbed one here just for example. I just grabbed a random image online, and I'm taking the URL of this image, and I'm going to paste it in this attachments field. And so this is how you send picture messages. So if there's ever a message that you would like to send that also has a picture, you'd throw that in there as well. And it does need to be hosted online. And so generally you're going to have this file in with like a JPEG or PNG file type. And then you select OK. And now to test it, we're going to run this module only. And it's telling me that I have, what's the error that it's giving me? Oh, it's expecting an array. So I made a mistake here. I should have clicked add item. There we go. Then put it in the URL. So there you go. Learn something every day. Do not map it, just add the URL like that. Then we're going to click run this module, and it says it's sent. So we go over to TextLine, look at the conversations, and you can see here, I've tested it a couple times today. And here's the most recent one. And then now you can see that this is not resolved. I could resolve the conversation right now. Now it's resolved. I could also reopen it. And then again, if I go back to the settings here, just to see what this looks like, if I change this to here is what resolved does, and then I change this to yes and click OK. Now I'm going to rerun this module, and it says, there it is. And immediately it shows that it resolved it right away. So now this conversation, depending upon how you filter your messages, it would just not show up if someone's filtering for only unresolved messages. So that's how you'd get it set up, test it, make sure it's working. And then in the future, just like we said, anytime you want to add the TextLine module, you would, for these outbound alert messages, you're going to be using this message a phone number. But just keep in mind, there are other triggers here. You can have it watch for incoming messages. You could look at agent status, and when that triggers, you could do other things. But for the most useful one, I believe, is this message a phone number. And so that's the one you're going to use. So in the future, when you drop that into a different scenario, you're just going to select this, connect automatically, and then you would select the connection that you created in your account. And then all you have to do is map. So you'd switch this to map, and you would select, the previous variable from a previous step. Just like right here, if I wanted to send to a number, which do I have a number in here? Let's say that this was a number field. I would just select, send it to this phone number, and then the body of the message I want to be this. And the, attachments you probably won't use most of the time, but if you wanted to add an attachment, you could, pull in a URL there as well. So that's how you set up TextLine. Good luck integrating those text messages. Thanks so much for watching. Like the video, subscribe. If you'd like to chat more and you're a painting company, you can reach out in the notes down below. I've got all my contact information. You can schedule a consult. But this is Chris from Boolean, where we free you up to do what you love.